dormammu. He was from the Moopily Meepo, I see. He is not a way I am when I see a way we. He doesn't ever see anything but black goods. He has no way we see any way he say. He is just a dumb butt to many, but it appears some believe in what he sees. We know he has been here since the late 60s or 70s. We said he knew some of the ones that came before, and they knew he. And it appears they have some dupe to see. They want to change something out, but what? Who? We don't see a way. You know what we see, the way. We know there's no way we. When we see the way he sees the way they were a way we don't even see. I said, look at it. He knows they aren't any good to any of us at any time, and they don't see it. We are quite upset about this one here. He is the bad way. We are not to it in any way. We see he tries to be we, and we don't want it to be what we were when he sees some way I am it. No way. We don't want any of that. He is not good enough to be what we were on any day, even his best. I don't like what he represents or is representing. He is not even like half good, and I don't understand any of his aplomb. When we first saw him, you see, it was a while ago, but this isn't when he first appeared. This is the second or third one here. The first one was very queer. He was like a Wangadi, and we don't know what this means, but we see that he came on some way they don't see, and he was here then. And they said he knew Nat King, and that's not a way we see, but we know which one it was when we see. When he say we, he always say he to we. They are known to drop name, and we don't even see this way. We see, hey, remember Bob or John, and sometimes a star, and these guys just always say one way. It was always B or T or Doe or Mo or Go or So or Bob. We don't know which one they see, and they don't see it. So he is the only one. He didn't say a name. He was just a Wangadi. Maybe that is what he was in the end. He was known to have died in a fist fight one night, and that is what we see. If you know what we see, he was not able to beat a man we knew was Coruntant, but not the Punisher, and he could not beat him for any way, and it was over a small amount of cocaine, and that was the end of his lay. This one came from Sonico, and this one isn't even a way we see. This one has some Devil Vlad Tepish blood in it, and we don't know what he sees when we see. He's the bad one. We don't even like what he was before he was the way we were seeing it. From what we understand, he's not any good to anyone. We don't like the way he sees. He's the bad way. When we see always, we see Moopily Meepo. And we don't like what he was. We know some are good. We have to know that. I mean, it's easy to see. This one is bad. Bad beyond meanings because he hates everything but we. I said, can you please not be what we are? And he will only be what we were. And I hate that he wants to be what we are. The third one is not the final one, but he is still around because he did not die. The other one has died by some unmanipulated thing we don't see. From what I understand, he didn't die, and he's still around too as well. This one, he is known as Poop Scat, and he will always try to kill Janect. I don't know why this one is anyone they see, but he has some various meme to him. He thinks he sees so much, and they will never see it, and he thinks they will never see a way he sees when he sees it, and he thinks he's ahead of the game because he knew Mace Windu, and there's nothing to even see here. John Clack was the only one from the Moopily Meepo Sumlight, and he was bad to the bone. He was even sickened. He was fucking crazy as fuck for a Negro, and we like him some way, but he was not to be seen. He would always come over and put his feet on things, and he was bad to the bone. We don't know what he thought when he sees we see it. I said, hey, don't do that, my home. And he would throw a fit, and fight, and everyone knew not to go around him without a firearm or a knife or something because he was absolutely stark raving insane. Listen, we know this one. He is that close to being alive, no. And we say, look, he will not ever be what we were any longer. And we know this way, and they see it. We don't want that one. He is gross to me. If you ever see that one, don't ever see it. He is ready to die, and we don't like that. We don't want to be ready to die to some, and we don't see a way. Even the Nazis see this one no good way. Our mom says, hey, check this out. And they got his number packet from a Flandkaiser from back before Moobly Meepo. He was pre to it. And then he killed some guys because they saw his mind. He didn't like what they see. And when you try to tell him what to see, he flips the fuck out. And they don't like that. He will always fight. He knows they do. He knows they can see inside of his brain, and they can't stand that he's the one who sees away when they see. If you know what I see, he is bad to the bone 3. He is not even a way we see good. We must never have this one around anyone we see at any point in time. Now it is a congelation of what they were, and we see this way sometime when we see a way. And they do not appear any longer. They have gone underground deeply because they know we see them in some way we see. He does not want to know we. He does not like we anymore, but he knows a way to see we away. He will turn into one of us in some strange way. They see it over in Ukraine, Yugoslav, and they will appear as me or him or those ones, and he is up to something very evil to attack Jene and Janect and Jamodakust, the Threaked. I said, look, man, we don't want involvement in this. He is no good to me. I hate that he's what we were when we see. If you know what I see, Janae won't hear, and Janect is like, get the fuck away from me, dirty, filthy, see the way you see. And they already knew that because he's not supposed to. And here they are trying to do what he did, not the way we see a way, and he knows he is heathen priest. They don't understand it in any way, and they will not leave him be. There has been many problems with this exact reason, and he knows that he is at war. They have been trying to fix his wagon for so long, and he has already done his entire job contract, completed it. They were looking at this recently, and they said, don't fuck with that guy. He is ready to fight because they know he is under the gun. He has come here to fix things and make people mad on the other side. Don't see it. Our money is always on the one who wins. You know that already. And we see some way, this one is not going to lose. I swear it's a big fight. This is a good one, and after all. We were worried that this might be a dud, and they said no way. Dormammu isn't much of a foe, but there are several now, and they have many behind them. This one way will not see the end of this we. I was waiting for this to start, but it never does. They're waiting for something else to happen, and we see it. During the start of what we knew, they will see some way, but it won't be the ones we see when we see a way we see here. He can't fight. They know it. He's nothing. He's nothing to us. He's a weak one. But he will always talk about somebody very much and make them hated by a community. They see a way. They see it, Negro. I hate that he's not who we were. He's everything I don't like. And I say we, but only when I don't see what he was when we see. I can't believe that they would like him. He's no good to anybody. If he ever had a job, it was to steal, and they know what I see when I see it. And then me, as a Joof, I don't see anything they see away. So I'm like, hey, look, this guy, he ain't no good to nobody. Just don't look at him. And then they know what I'm saying because I see. And they know that I'm not that dull or anything to we. And all these times they've been seeing this one guy, and he still gets on pretty well. And the whole thing is, he won't let them touch him with a 10-foot pole. He has beaten some off before, and this is another one that he has beaten off before. He wouldn't appear as himself, and I think they know what the issue is now. If they ever were what they are, they weren't now. They are some Ukraine, Yugoslav trick to tricking themselves to being someone else. And they have lost their minds on this way because we don't know what they see anymore. I was trying to not see it, but they don't see a way we see, and I know it's what we saw. And we say, we get this now, and we want exactly what it was, and you know what it is. We have been waiting very long for Starseed to be what we want. We have a way. We know what we could be. We can be a huge fishmonger before. We have a way we see. We want to be that, and we know that this is the way. We will not be any other way. We will fight to the dead end. We know how much this is worth to me. We out there has no ally, and we will not see this way. We will be what we were. It doesn't matter whose side he's on. We will always be in the one direction we see. I don't like this one. He knows what he is. They don't like him. They know what he is. I say, don't ever look at this one again. He was nobody. We knew a way, and we don't look at him anymore. That's the way we see a way. Peace, we. And this is who they say. He's the worst of the worst. Top 10 villains, even. And they say, I hate that one. He's the devil himself. It to we. I can't believe a Negro sees that thing either. And they say, don't ever look at me like that. And they know who he's talking to, and they don't like him. Everything we don't see anymore has gone this way. I'll tell you, man, they know Janae and Janek weren't like this. They were good to someone, and at least they kept it real. I swear on it. 10, 20, 21, 22. This is like his horoscope, basically. I can't touch that. This is like his reticulominus. This is how many times he's been in a fight or seen in an argument. And that's it.